24 minutes in the books. Out there at Pepsi Center.
It's going to be a good halftime, boy.
It's going to be a great halftime.
Carmelo Anthony's got 15 to lead everybody in Oklahoma City, coming in 4-6, leading 53-51 over the Nuggets. It is the American Express halftime report. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. Let me explain to you the way the show works on a lot of nights. Kenny will call the guys upstairs and say, hey, I want these 3 plays that I want to run to the board and show. Shaq will do the same, and also our guys, Benda and those guys cutting tape, will say, hey, Shaq, you might want to talk about this. Does this interest you? Okay. And rarely do we hear from Charles, who requests anything going into halftime.
Oh,
tonight
he needed
is
this
different
one.
because tonight he made a request.
So we were watching the game, Ernie, me and Kenny in the back, and they put up this picture of America. Put it up. America, this is fake news. To compare them 2 guys on the right to those 2 guys on the left.
Now, who are you calling out on this?
I don't, Reggie Miller could say, Reggie, I love you, but don't compare these guys, man.
Don't compare Millsap to C-Webb.
Come on, man. C-Webb.
I agree with you, Chuck.
No, he took it further. I don't know if you were listening. When he said Sabonis, Nikola was Sabonis.
Reggie.
He said, this is how good Sabonis would have been if he came. I was like, Sabonis was better than when he came over. I was like, wait a minute, man. Are you just like an altitude is affecting you, man?
It's altitude in Denver.
Come on, Reg.
Somehow I have a feeling that when we toss back to them to begin the third quarter, Reggie may have something to say back.
He said that this kid was better than Sabonis.
Stop it, Reggie.
Oh, this is how Sabonis
I'm not even sure this kid better than Sabonis right now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think Sabonis come out of retirement, he can be putting up them numbers.
Well, let's go to the American Express teammates. There can be no denying this graphic because this is what happened in the first half for the big 3 of Oklahoma City, with Melo scoring 15, Paul George 9, and Russell Westbrook 6 on just 3 of 11 shooting for Russ. Pictures from the first half, and let's see. Kenny's got what? You got Paul George?
Well, I'm not even going to go to the board, guys.
Oh, why?
I'm not even going to do the
You've been to
picture.
the-
I'm not going to do the picture because it's easier to just say it. These 3 guys are having difficulty playing together because none of them are spot shooters. So when they're at their best, they're able to take guys off the dribble one-on-one, play one-on-one, and then when they're at their best, they're able to kick it to someone who's waiting for a shot. Oh, if you had, I could name 20 guys that could play with them, and it would be, they're learning that I have to be a spot shooter. And from Russell Westbrook, from Paul George, Carmelo Anthony is probably the most equipped out of the 3 to possibly do that. But that is the problem, because when they're at their best, they have to make you wait for the ball. That's it. So we don't need
That's a good point.
And it's not going to work. They're going to win some games, but it's not going to work. And there's a couple reasons why.
That's why they're going to get in transition, though.
They do. But the thing is, Ernie, they all do the same thing. They don't do anything else to make a difference. Paul George and Carmelo, they're good players, but they can't sacrifice, say, well, you know what, I'm not going to shoot tonight. I'm going to get more rebounds, more assists, and things like that. And the number one thing is, when I got traded to Phoenix, this guy named Mike Tumamelo, he was a pain-in-the-ass reporter because he was a hater. But he says to me, well, you know, this is Dan and Kevin's team. I said, it was until Chuck got here. I said, now it's Chuck's team. And Russell Westbrook should not be deferring to those guys. Those guys should be saying, okay, Russ, you do your thing, and I'll get the crumbs. The best player don't ever take the backseat to anybody. Now, I love me some Dan Marley and Kevin Johnson, but when Chuck went to Arizona, it was Chuck's team.
OKC, by the way,
Love you, KJ, Dan Marley.
OKC runs the most isolation plays in the NBA, and they have the fewest passes made per game in the NBA. You were caught by Denver's energy in the first half.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this team is 6-5. Kudos to Mike Malone. He has these guys playing with a lot of energy.
Oh, give me that.
These guys right here, they just play throughout. He could have easily quit on that play right here. Great ball movement. They remind me of the Celtics. They move the ball very, very well, and they play with a lot of energy. Really, really fun to watch. There he is right there, the next Vlade Divac. Great pass right there.
Oh, no,
This
that's
guy right
Sabonis.
here, Sabonis with the great pass.
Better than
It's not-
Sabonis.
This team is emerging as a pretty good team, and they're fun to watch. They play with a lot of energy.
It is a 53-51 OKC lead at the break. Back with more on the American Express.
And Murray's a better shooter than Reggie Miller. That's how Reggie Miller looked, y'all. If you've never seen Reggie Miller play, look at
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. That's how Reggie. Come on, man.
Welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. American Express, the